Google dropped Gemma 4, built from the same tech as Gemini 3 under Apache 2. So it's free to use.
Cmd AI.
There are 4 sizes apparently. There's 2 billion, 4 billion, 26 billion mixture expert, and a 31 billion, obviously Big Daddy. So a range of different sizes and all that lot for your needs. So what are we looking at here? Qwen 3.5. This is the ELO score.
A measurement they are using, but we see that it's significantly better than Qwen.
Yeah,
well, not significantly,
but also the size, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got
Qwen.
Yeah, this is 27 billion, and then this is 397 billion. So the size there, it's beating Qwen in comparison to its size. So these are 26 billion, that's 27 billion, that's 31 billion, just a little bit ahead, and they're all roughly, wow. I mean, this is amazing. This is where you want to be, right? So really, really cool. GLM5, this is our good friend Minimax M2.7 then, no. But, GLM 5.1's just been released, so it's a shame we don't get to see that one. Built from the same technology as Gemma 3. Gemini 3, not Gemma 3, correction there. Most capable model family you can run on your own hardware. So I wonder what the actual, let's open this up over here. And do we see a actual file size, files and versions here? 10 gig by the looks of things, I reckon around 10 gig. That's the smallest one, so it's not tiny. I would expect something around 2 billion to be half that size, to be honest, but it can do a lot for just 2 billion parameters. The entire family moves beyond simple chat to handle complex logic and agentic workflows. So this could be an interesting vibe coding tool. I might have to try this, to be honest, try and see if I can get it working on my vibe coding setup. Powerful, accessible, open to power the next generation of pioneering research and products. We've sized the Gemma 4 model specifically to run and fine-tune efficiently on hardware from billions of Android devices worldwide to not Apple, to laptop GPUs all the way to developer workstations. So yeah, I think I'll be keen to put this to the test, definitely. Because we've got all these Chinese models that are making a lot of waves, KBK 2.5, Minimax, none of which can really run on your hardware. It was just Qwen 3.5, which we did a little thing on a few weeks ago, which could actually run on smaller hardware, which was okay.
I see this yet as another win for Google, especially now Google is again picking up steam, as we see. Something that we didn't cover, by the way, another reason why you absolutely need to watch the show Silicon Valley. It's still relevant. We didn't cover this. Google research introducing TurboQuant, our new comparison algorithm that reduces LLM key value cache memory by at least 6 times and delivers up to 8 times the speed up. I'm not sure if this is directly contributing to Gemma 4 or not, because this is about the memory cache, but this is another thing that is Google doing for reducing and just making the model smaller and faster. Which is even more important if you know. I don't know if you know about the new limitations by Claude. So Claude now has introduced more limitations during peak hours to users, and it just shows that it's very new. I think it came out a few days ago that they are introducing new limitations, so you hit your limits much faster. Why all this matters is because it seems like we're not getting the models much more powerful, at least not order of magnitude more powerful. What we are getting is a lot of efficiency gains and making the models smaller and making the smaller models faster and cheaper and things like that. So this becomes even more important, so we can do maybe a swarm of agents and that kind of things. If I also read here, this tweet also resonated. It cannot be overstated how big this news is. Being able to run a frontier AI model on your own hardware means token costs are effectively free, given that you have the computer and the electricity. But yeah, it is effectively free. AI will be, I don't know how to pronounce this, ubiquitous and cheap. Ubiquitous and cheap as the internet itself. This is like really big. It is becoming a commodity, like truly, in a way that you can have proper models on your own hardware, and for all sakes of privacy and things like this. This is a dagger in OpenAI and Anthropic.
Nick, I don't think Nick has used this model. You know, what he's saying in theory is correct, right? We're definitely moving in that direction. It's the direction a lot of people want. But like, I don't know if you know this, but my channel has been really peaking testing local models, running local models and using them to code, using them with OpenClaw, doing things with them. And yes, granted, my usage is primarily code focused. I would say that's one of the least demanding things outside of chat that you can do with AI. Running this on an M5, you know, again, a MacBook Air, but I don't think we're going to see leaps and bounds when it comes to the Mac Pro and the Mac, M5 Pro and the M5 Max. I still don't think we're there with AI. And what he's saying here sounds like that he's actually run this and it's actually something usable, but I've got a hunch that he hasn't. So basically what I'm saying is, the long and short of it is, I want to use this. I want to actually see it in real world practice, because this sounds like it could apply to anyone, but I reckon what he's saying applies to those few with very, very expensive hardware, just being able to run it locally, you know? So yeah, I'm apprehensive to take his tweet to the everyday person like you and I with our MacBooks and our M1 Pros and our, you know, whatever.
I agree. I personally tend to use the models in their absolute maximum setting, unless I definitely think that the task shouldn't be overthinked. If it's the case, I will drop to a lower model, but I don't mind waiting 10 extra seconds or even a minute to get something better. I don't even use the Haiku. So I don't know where this is standing comparison to Haiku. That's what would be interesting to me. At the end of the day, this is an open model. You can run it on your own chip. Maybe there are people with like lightweight enough tasks where they can use this. I don't know. Maybe there are tasks like that. Maybe it is going to be useful for bigger models. Maybe you can have Sonnet creating tasks for your local AI. That could be something in the future. Yeah.
But herein lies the problem, though, that means that people will never be happy with AI locally right now, and that you're comparing it to, and many other people will be comparing it to, the frontier models, OpenAI.
Yeah.
Like you would just not get that. People were surprised that, hang on, how a model that's running on hardware that's halfway across the world, how is that still faster than AI running on your actual machine? And the truth of the matter is, they've got such powerful hardware. You need such powerful hardware to run this stuff. And this, when people first start getting into AI, they're like, they are comparing it to the frontier models, and they are weighing up those options. And ultimately, if you are doing that, you're going to be very, very disappointed with how well AI is running locally for the everyday person right now. Quen 3.5 was a glimmer of that running on that app, but that's just doing chat. And who really cares about AI chat running locally? I mean, it's nice, but people want to get real work done, and I just don't think we're there yet. And all that to be said, I want to try it. I want to pull this down and give it a go.
Definitely. It is quite fun.
This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.
Cmd+AI.